Hello, fellow humans. Welcome to Humble Warrior Yoga Academy. This is Seymour. I'm Taylor. Today's class is a 30-minute gentle flow class. For this one, you will need 2 blocks and then potentially a blanket for the middle part of your mat because we are going to be kneeling for quite a bit of time throughout the session. Before we start, as always, the fun fact, and today's fun fact is that art used to be an Olympic sport. So let's begin in a reclined butterfly position. So go ahead and lay onto your back and grab your 2 blocks right away. You're going to take your feet together and your knees wide and take the blocks underneath your knees. Take both hands to your belly and begin to close your eyes. And with these next few breaths, try and just land. And as you breathe, you can use your breath to just explore what's happening within the confines of your skin. Maybe what areas feel like there's tension. And not only physically, but also emotionally. Tightness in the throat, or the chest, or the jaw. With each breath out, try and just get a little heavier. Even if it's just by 1%. Take a few more breaths. And then when you're ready, hands to the outer legs and then close the legs like a book. Move your blocks a little bit more to the side just so you have space, and take your feet mat distance apart. Begin to windshield wiper the legs side to side. Come back to center, bend your knees in towards your chest. Pause here. You can rock a little bit side to side, massaging the lower back, or make sort of crazy 8 motions. And I'll give you one of 2 options. So you can either come into a fetal position and meet in a tabletop, or if your lower back is okay and can handle it, begin to rock forward and back 3 times, massaging the muscles along the spine. On the 3rd time, cross at your shins and ankles, and let's meet in a tabletop position. So all fours, hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers wide. We'll wake up the spine with some cat-cows. Drop the belly, lift your tailbone up. And exhale, push the floor away. Round your upper back. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Moving at your own pace. And beginning to coordinate your movements with your breathing. Back to center. Let's do some lateral barrel rolls. So push the ribs over to the left. You're going to drop your belly down, push the ribs over to the right, and then come up, over and around. When you come to the top, tuck your chin towards your chest. So again, ribs to the left, belly comes down, ribs to the right, push the floor away, coming up, over and around. Let's do one more this direction. Nice, and then switch directions. So ribs go over to the right, drop your belly, push the ribs over to the left, push the floor away, round your spine. Two more just like that. Try to move with your breath. One more. Good. And then come back to center. We'll come into a down dog. So walk your hands forward, tuck your toes under, pick your knees and hips up. Just start to march out your heels, bend one knee, bend the other knee, opening up the backs of the legs. Now, if you're like me and your legs are really tight, you can bend your knees, but try and push your hands down and forward so that your shoulders come up towards your ears. Good, and then with your next inhale, let's lift the right leg out behind you for a moment, and then step your right foot to your right pinky finger. Right away, lowering your left knee down and grab your two blocks. Now the blocks can be on any setting, low, medium, high. Holding here in a lizard pose. Allowing the front of the left hip just to sink down. Your next inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. And you're going to cactus the right shoulder or the right elbow, squeezing your two shoulder blades towards your spine. And as you exhale, you're going to come up and start to dip your right forearm down to the inside of the right leg. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Cactus. Exhale, bring the right forearm down. Maybe it touches that block. One more time. Exhale, bring it down. Good. Right hand comes to the block or the floor. Now, I would pop up at least to the second setting, listening closely. Hop the left knee in just a touch, and then kickstand the left shin over to the right. Your right hand's going to stay on your block, and then you're going to peel that left arm up. So you're in a mini warrior two. Keep pressing the right elbow into the right knee and right knee into right elbow. So there's this opposing force. One more breath in. As you exhale, the left hand comes down, left shin comes back onto your mat. Hop the left knee back just a touch and then push it back into a half split. So hips shoot back, straighten the right leg. And once again, any setting on the block, try and flick your right toes up. Rebend into the right knee. Move your blocks to the side. Listening closely, the left palm's going to stay down. You're going to kickstand that left shin over to the left this time, and then send the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. So now you're in a modified side plank. Take your right bicep alongside your ear, push your hips towards the right long edge of your mat, and lean your upper body back. Try and get a little bit more breath into that right lung, opening up the right side body from the hip all the way up towards the armpit. Now, begin to lift your right arm up. You're going to reach your right hand towards that right quad, the outside of the quad. If you can help it, try to just use your core to lift you up. Right hand chases the right leg. Now it's your left bicep next to your ear. Now, same. Trying to open up that left side body from the hip all the way up towards the armpit. Good. Bring it back up to center so your arms are in a T. The left hand is going to go back to where it was on your mat. You're going to take your right hand down. Now your chest is pointing down and your left shin's back onto your mat. From here, step back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Let's ripple forward to a high plank. Now you can always lower your knees down. Take an inhale. Exhale slowly, bring it all the way down to your belly for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck your toes. Spider your fingertips wide to the side. 5 oscillating cobras. Inhale brings you up. Exhale brings you down. Keep pressing the tops of the feet down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Couple more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last 2. Last 1. Press back to child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Try and relax your hips towards your heels. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Hands walk forward, curl the toes under. Pick the hips and knees up. Opening up the backs of the legs. Your 2 legs might feel a little bit different. That's okay. When you're ready, lift the left leg up. Left foot to left pinky finger. Drop your right knee down and grab your 2 blocks. Starting in lizard. Try and relax the front of the right hip down. Maybe you come down a setting on your blocks. With your next breath in, reach the left arm up towards the sky in this open twist. Begin to cactus the elbow. So bend the left elbow, squeeze your shoulder blades towards the spine, rotating your chest and belly up. As you exhale, dive down, left forearm comes to the inside of your left leg. Drop your head. 2 more, inhale it up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down, hold. Nice, left hand back onto your block. Popping the blocks up onto at least the second setting. Hop your right knee forward just a smidge, and then kickstand your right shin over to the left. Weight will go now into the left hand. Reach the right arm up for this mini warrior two. Trying to rotate the left half of your torso up towards the sky, maybe even gazing up with the left eye. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down, right shin back onto your mat. Curl the right toes under, hop the right knee back just a smidge, and then push the hips back and straighten the left leg. You can take your blocks with you into this half split. Lunge back into the left knee. Move your blocks over to the side. Now you're planting the right palm down. This right shin now, you're kickstanding it over to the right, and then send your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. You can readjust when you get there. Suction cup the bottom of the left foot down to the floor. Left arm reaches up, and then take your arm alongside your ear. Push your hips towards the left long edge of your mat and squeeze the glutes as you lean the upper body back. Keep corkscrewing the right shoulder blade onto your back body, but press the base of your right index finger down. Try and inflate the left lung. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. Left arm reaches up. Left hand is chasing the outer edge of the left leg, and core nice and slow. Brings you up. Left hand to left thigh, thigh or the shin, right bicep next to your ear. Now trying to inflate that right lung. Coming back up, so your arms are in a T shape, and then windmill yourself to the top of the mat. So the right palm comes down, followed by the left. Everything points down. Step back to downward facing dog. March out your heels a couple times, and then roll forward to your high plank. Option to drop your knees down, shoulders shift forward if the knees are lifted, lower all the way for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck your toes once again. Spike your fingers off of your mat. Elbows point up. A couple oscillating cobras. Inhale brings you up. And exhale brings you down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Nice. Press back to child's pose. Try this go around with your knees together. Or a little bit closer together, adding some flexion into the spine. And then this time, hands next to your knees. Pop up to a seat on your heels. Hips go to one side, swing the legs forward. You can windshield wiper the legs side to side. a couple of times. And then lay down on your back. Draw your heels in towards your bottom. I like to point my toes out just a little bit to give the hips some external rotation. You can robot the arms, so bend the elbows, fingertips are pointing up, and drive the feet down, drive the hips up into your bridge. You can stay here or interlace your fingers at the small of the back and then penguin your arms a couple times. So waddle, waddle to get your triceps pressing down. Release your grip if you've got it, and gently unravel your spine down. Pause here, take your feet mat distance apart, and let your knees just drop in into internal rotation. Feet about hips distance, right ankle over left thigh. You can stay here in figure 4 or interlace the fingers on the left hamstring or the shin. Keep this shape, but we'll take this figure 4 into a twist. So release your grip. Your left hand catches the right shin, and then drop the legs over to the left. Notice how my right knee is still pointing up towards the sky, so I'm still in this figure 4 shape. Take your right arm wide to the right. Inhale back to center. Simply switching. Right foot down, left ankle over right thigh. Staying here with your right foot flat to the floor, or interlacing on the right hamstring, or perhaps the shin. Into the twist. Right hand to left ankle. Drop the legs over to the right. So the bottom of the left foot's going to hit the floor. Keep opening that left knee wide, just gently, and then left arm wide to the side, and you can gaze over to the left. I'll bring it up. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins, squeeze into a little itsy bitsy ball. And let it go into your final resting position. Here for a few minutes longer, by all means, pause the video. Give yourself that extra TLC to absorb all the efforts that you've put in. And if you're with me, you can wiggle your fingertips and your toe tips. Roll out the ankles and the wrists. Bend your knees in towards your chest and roll to the left. Come on up to a tall seat. When you get there, take your hands to your heart. And inhale. Lift your heart up towards your mind. Exhale. Bow your head in towards your heart. Connect your thumbs in between your eyebrows. Yoga helps us to calm the fluctuations of the mind so that intuition can be crystal clear in guiding us along our path. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Lots of peace, love, and light.